Hey Fit Fam, it's Coach Rod from Team Flex. Let's get down and talk about Fit Model. And I want to take this time in this video today, kind of chat with you a little bit and give you some insight and help you figure out, is this the division you should be competing in 2025? I know it's the thinking points of many people out there right now looking at it, kind of wondering, this division came out of nowhere, and now where do you belong? If you've been competing in bikini and you're thinking of moving, or maybe you never even got in and you're thinking of jumping in Fit Model, this video, I hope, will give you a lot of insight and a lot of ideas from the perspective of a coach who's actually, coaching people for these competitions to help you decide what's going to be the best for you, all right? And if you're new here, I got a lot of great content on this channel. Make sure you subscribe, you hang out. We got a lot more coming, okay? So let's get down to it. First off, Fit Model, newest division in the NPC and the IFBB. And basically with this, no doubt it throws a lot of confusion in the competitor water, if you will, right? Like people that are already competing in bikini, looking at this, they're wondering, okay, is this where I better fit? Is this where I should be? And, those people on the outside that maybe never came into the sport because they didn't want to go to the standard of bikini, they didn't like that look, or they thought it would be too extreme. Well, now there's this place to go. But either way, unfortunately, as it sits right now today, a couple weeks after Fit Model's been announced, it is just confusing a lot of competitors. And I'm getting questions all day, every day. Hey, is this the division for me? Should I go to this? Should I do that? So here's my insight, okay, from a real, coach. If you're new here, I've been doing this a long time. I coach for both the NPC and the IFBB. I put thousands of competitors across stages over the years, and, lots and lots of successful athletes of all different types of transformations, all different walks of life. So I can give you my insight here when it comes to picking your division, even with a new division as it sits right now. So Fit Model, just understand this first. Fit Model, when we're talking about Fit Model versus bikini, we're basically talking about bikini versus bikini, okay? So hear that again. Hear that with me one more time. We're talking about bikini versus bikini because we're talking about bikini from 10 years ago. What was the standard? What was the most competitive bikini at that time? Being now what Fit Model is. And then obviously we know today, if you've been competing in bikini, you know the standards and the criteria as it sits now. So basically we are just talking about two variations of bikini. And honestly, the name, I think, unfortunately, seems to be confusing more people than anything with this Fit Model name. They should have maybe considered calling it, classic bikini or beach bikini body. I don't know. But the Fit Model thing is throwing a lot of people off, I think. Like a lot of bikini competitors are like, what is that? What does that mean? What is Fit Model? And then obviously all the new people that are going to be coming into the sport to do this don't really necessarily connect with that name either. So I think that if you look at it like I'm telling you, which is more like bikini old school versus bikini today, that makes a lot more sense. So those of you competitors out there who are already competing in bikini, what you need to kind of consider then is what look do you like most, okay? Do you like the current standard of today where we're at, Laura Lee, the top 10 Olympians, and what you see at pro shows winning, what you see at nationals winning, which is, very muscular, very shapely, very lean at this point type of a look for bikini? Or do you prefer bikini from 2015 kind of era, which is what we're looking at for Fit Model right now? A little bit less muscular, a little bit softer, a little bit different of a look, still shapely physique, still hourglass, different posing, so on and so forth, but very much still a bikini look, right? And I was coaching at these times and, versus now, and for me, it's kind of crazy to see the evolution as the sport has gone, but also it's not surprising because this is what all divisions do. However, there is the delineation that you have to make as a competitor to say, okay, I do kind of like the Fit Model look a little bit more. I like the old school bikini look a little bit more, in other words. Or no, I don't like that look at all. I'd rather be doing what I'm doing in current today's bikini, and that's the look I'd rather have. Because really, when it comes to choosing your division, and this is what I tell all people that are interested in either getting in the sport or changing divisions, is I say, okay, well, you need to consider then what that top look is going to be for you. So if you don't like the idea of, okay, if I want to become an IFBB bikini pro, I'm going to have to look, in some sort of a standard towards Laura Lee. well, then maybe it's not the best division for you, right? It's to look at the top Olympians and say, okay, I'd like to look like that. That means it is the division for you, right? Versus what we have for current Fit Model, which is 2015 Olympia winner Ashley Kaltwasser pictures. To kind of reference, if you look at those pictures and you like that look and you say, that's much more the look I would go for or like to look like at my peak, if you will, then that may be the best division for you. However, it's important for you to keep in mind, most of you competing are not going to look like either of these for a very long period of time, right? Especially if you're just getting started, you're at the NPC level, you're in the amateurs, you don't even have a pro card yet. I mean, you don't have to worry about trying to look like the pros because you're not there. Your stages, your journey, that's all going to be different. But if you're going to train as hard as you need to train, you're going to diet as hard as you need to diet, you're going to do as much cardio as you need to do, so on and so forth, and invest a lot of time, energy, and effort into trying to compete, then you should probably keep in mind the end game, right? Which for a lot of people is to get a pro card at the very least. And some people even want to go to Olympia, so on and so forth. So really you need to kind of sit down with yourself, review your goals in the sport. Is it for the long term? What's the longevity? Do you want to get a pro card? Do you want to try to go to Olympia? Is that like your big, Hail Mary goal? Or do you want to actually just compete at a level and enjoy this piece of it and, have fun, win your local competition? Maybe you don't care about the pro card. All of this comes into play with finding your division, okay? And especially when we're talking about figuring out bikini versus Fit Model, because realistically, we're looking at a little bit of a different look for bikini versus a current today's bikini look that could advance. I do fully expect both of these divisions in 2025 to advance. We'll see a lot of things, turn out with Fit Model. We'll see a lot of different looks. We'll see some clear messages from judging and things like that being basically posted, because we'll see winners and we'll know, okay, well, that person didn't, when we do comp reviews on this channel soon, and we're looking at Fit Model comps, we'll see some clear examples of what criteria is versus not. And I think we'll see that in bikini as well. I think bikini honestly probably gets a little bit more aggressive of a look from here. It probably does get a little bit more muscular. It probably does get a little bit leaner, because any divisions that continue down the path, that's what's going to happen. And that'll happen with Fit Model 2 more than likely over a period of time. So when you look at these, the real take-home message is, where do you want to go? Well, look at the old school look. Go look at 2015 era bikini photos. We've done some stuff on the channel. Go look at those pictures there. Don't just look at the one of Ashley K, because everybody looks at that and they think, okay, well, everybody likes Ashley K, most winning bikini pro, blah, 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 right? But look at all of the spectrum. Go on NPC News Online. Do your due diligence of looking at these events, old school comps, seeing, do you like that look more than you like current today's look? And go do the same with today's look. Go look at the current bikini photos. Go look at the Olympia photos again. Go look at nationals. Go look at these things online and figure out, okay, well, I really do like that look. I would love if I looked like that. So I'm going to go in that division, right? And lastly, what I think is really important to just bring up, and you should take home with you, is that there's nothing wrong with trying a bit of both, especially if you're an amateur, especially if you're getting into this for the first time, or you don't have a pro card yet, which is most of you watching the video, I'm sure. You can go ahead and try different divisions, okay? I have Fit Model competitors competing in some of the first competitions happening, and they are bikini competitors that we pivoted towards into Fit Model because that was what we wanted to give a shot at, right? It doesn't mean that it has to be the end-all, be-all answer for you to compete in either of these divisions. You, as a competitor, in your own journey as a bodybuilder, you have the choice to compete where you want, when you want, and how you want to do it. So for those of you out there that are on the fence, might be worth just trying a bit of both. Go do a Fit Model competition, see how you like it. Go do a bikini competition, see how you like it. Get a little bit of feedback from the judges, get a little perspective from the coaches, get a little bit more of an insight to how you actually look on those stages, and get firsthand experience as a competitor. Because if you go out there and you get on that stage and you actually experience it, I will tell you this, 99% of the time you'll have your true answer. Right now, everybody can sit, they can think too much, they can do too much, but really it is the time of action to be getting out there, getting ready, making a plan, and going for it. I don't think anybody should be waiting on it. If you have an inkling to try Fit Model, go try Fit Model. It doesn't matter if you've been competing 10 years in bikini already. go try Fit Model. If you think that it could be something good for you, you'll find out very quickly if that's the case or not. And alternatively, if you never got into this sport and you haven't decided which one, is it bikinis or Fit Model, go try both. Nothing wrong with trying a little bit of both, seeing what you like, seeing how the judges like you in each one, seeing how you feel about it in general, the poses, everything, the suit, the prep, the way you got to do it. The best way you're going to gain insights into this is by actually, guess what? It's not rocket science, doing it. So I strongly encourage you guys. It's January now. This is a perfect time for you to be able to get out there, get ready, get your preps going, get your game plans going. We have most of the competition schedules out at this point. You can find comps, you can start preps, you can start building muscle, you can start getting ready to actually make these goals reality, and it is time to do so. You know, January is a great time because you get to sit here and you get to look at the next few months before the season really kicks off. But this is the perfect time of year to be building, to be attaining a quality physique, to be building that shape, that muscle, that development, that look, that aesthetic you need to have for either division, and then be able to sit yourself into a good spot to start a prep here in the next few months, be able to go do some big things on stage this year. So if 2025 is going to be a great competition season for you, then you already need to be rocking and rolling. You need to be started. You need to have some direction. You need to have some ideas. And either way, you need to be training to attain this, okay? Doesn't mean you got to hammer it down today. And if you're on the fence and you keep going back and forth, do both. Test both. Jump out of bikini. Jump into the Fit Model water. Give it a run. See what you think. Come back to bikini if you don't like it. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to hurt you. It's your world. It's your bodybuilding journey, and you deserve to find what is going to be the best for you. So I hope by you watch the end of this video, you have a little bit of insight. You have a little bit more idea now, direction to go. If you want more in-depth feedback, you want some more specific answers, send me a message on any of my social medias, okay? Instagram, I'm always on there. You can send me a DM, whatever, and I'll respond to you. I'll answer questions with you. It's always me chatting with you. I'm happy to answer questions about Fit Model, happy to give you more direction, happy to give you a better insight into those things. It's what I do, and it's why I make these channels, why I make this video, do all this and that. So if you need extra help, you have more questions, go over to Instagram, send me a message. The Instagram is at Team Flex, and you can find me there and we can chat there, talk more about it. Otherwise, I hope you got something out of this video and you'll be able to take a next step in your journey as a competitor in 2025. All right. Thank you for watching. Coach Ryan is out.